Welcome to the Nice Guy Recovery Introductory course, the first one in a series of courses that is going to help you transform from a nice guy or a people pleaser into someone who's genuine and confident and generous and all those things you know you can be. So why do this course? We're going to go into detail about what nice guy syndrome and people pleasing is throughout this course. But for now, just understand that to behave in this way, to be a nice guy or a people pleaser, it makes it impossible for you to connect with people and it destroys your ability to create self-confidence. People can't connect with you because they can't trust your intentions. They don't know why you're doing anything because that's almost always hidden. You're superficial. You hide who you really are because you want to hide all the negative stuff so people can't get to know you properly. You don't seem like a real human to them. You have no boundaries, you lack masculine sexuality, that important masculine dynamic to balance the feminine in you. You lack that, so it's impossible to be sexually attracted to you in any really strong way. And of course it's impossible to respect somebody who doesn't have boundaries, who isn't assertive, and who isn't honest about negative things as well as positive. And because you're passive, it's frustrating for yourself and for other people. Missed opportunities, waiting for other people to lead all the time, not taking risks, not initiating. This is frustrating for you and very frustrating for the other people in your life. So nice guy syndrome just doesn't really help you to build a high quality life. Though it might help you to be liked by a lot of people, not loved, but liked. There's not much compensation in that benefit. It's a dull reward for all this effort. So this course is going to introduce you to nice guy syndrome, what it is, what type that you have, and so on. A lot of this is based on Robert Glover's original breakthrough book, No More Mr. Nice Guy, and we've expanded on it with Brojo for many years now. This course is going to allow you to understand what's going on with you before you address it, so that you address it in a way that's correct, rather than going around in circles or going down, say, an unhelpful path like pickup artistry or something like that. Nice guy syndrome is very, very common. I suspect that it might even be in a majority of men these days, especially in the Western world. You're absolutely not alone. There are lots of different types of nice guys and people pleasers, but rest assured you're not the only one. And also allow yourself to open your mind to you're not actually special in being this way. You're not being picked on or targeted for unfairness or unfair treatment by the universe or by other people. You simply have a mindset we call nice guy syndrome that brings about unenjoyable consequences, and it's not incurable. There is a way out of it. You can change, and it's not even changing to something that's false, it's changing to something that's real. You're being false now if you're a people pleaser or if you're a nice guy. We're going to get you back to what's real, something you may have never really experienced before, or you only have dim memories from a time long ago. So there is another way to live, and no, you don't have to go to being a total jerk or an asshole. You don't have to go from too nice to too nasty. We're going to get off that spectrum altogether. We're going to have a look at what being genuine and generous and confident and real and assertive and compassionate and all those things combined. We're going to have a look at what that looks like, not just the nice stuff and not just the mean or dominant stuff. Okay. So the rest of this course, tomorrow we're going to have a look at what is nice guy syndrome, what is it to be a nice guy or a people pleaser. The day after that we're going to help you figure out which type or category of nice guy you most closely fit into, so you know the best possible way forward for you specifically. And then we're going to look at general principles for nice guy recovery. Okay, so before we get into the later courses, which are much more specific about what to do differently with confrontations, expressing attraction, and being more honest and so on, we're just going to look at some of the general things to keep in mind as you go about this recovery process. So I look forward to working with you on this. It's a very exciting topic for me because it ruled my life since as long as I can remember. From the age of 0 to about 25, I was completely a nice guy people pleaser, and because of that, I had a very unsatisfying or non-existent sex life. I really struggled with women. They were a great source of pain for me. My friendships were largely superficial. I was constantly a perfectionist and always overachieving. I was a performer. I had to put on a show for everybody. And when I couldn't do that, I had to hide in the background. I was deathly afraid of confrontation, had a lot of sexual shame, and I was lacking assertiveness. The list goes on, but put it bluntly, that list of problems there caused me a lot of sleepless nights, chronic anxiety, bouts of depression, and just real struggle and exhaustion all the time, trying to fit in, trying to keep up. And these days, I feel free. I get to be open and honest. I'm getting married to the love of my life, and it's no issue to maintain that relationship. I don't have to try hard. And that can all happen for you as well. You don't have to stay the way you are. And I'd put it to you that if you're watching this course, if you're part of it, being a nice guy isn't really who you are. It's just who you've been for a long time. And this course is the beginning of a process to look underneath that performance, underneath that mask, see what's really happening behind it, and how you can let that guy out of his cage without too many negative consequences. Alrighty, I'll see you for the next one tomorrow.